أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم نحمده ونصلي على رسوله الكريم. Ayah number 60, Surah Al-Tawbah. This is a very important ayah. In this ayah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala described the masarif of zakat. Masarif mean where you can spend your zakat. Okay, you separated your zakat. So calculation of zakat is your responsibility. That how much zakat I owe. And then to separate it. Separation mean, like for example, you made a calculation and you say my whole zakat is $50,000. So you separated it. Now when you give zakat little 500, 1,000, you don't have to make another niyyah. One niyyah is enough, one intention. When you lump sum, when you separate the whole thing. Or you can just make small niyyah. Whenever you give zakat, you just give niyyah at that time. So both ways are okay. Either at the whole separation or at the time of giving. But once you give zakat and you were just happened, somebody was in need, you help him, but you didn't make niyyah of zakat. So it is not zakat. Right? So that is why it is very important that you make intention of zakat so that it can be counted as your zakat. So calculation is your responsibility, separation is your responsibility. And then to put it in the hand of a deserving person is also your responsibility. So you cannot just say, because you didn't do enough homework, you are not enough educated, that who should you give zakat to and who should you not zakat to. You know, like for example, the example I gave all the time to you is you cannot give zakat to your father, even if you are rich and he is poor. Why? Because at some point there will be mixing of your assets. You give zakat to your father passed away, so you will be getting a portion in his inheritance or not. So it is coming back to you. You know, similarly you cannot give zakat to your grandfather. You keep on going up, father, grandfather, grandfather, you cannot give zakat. You cannot give zakat to your descendant, mean your son, your grandson. Why? The same thing, the same problem. Okay? You know, because it will come back to you. Okay, so the same thing, so wherever there are shared benefits, so you cannot give zakat. You can give zakat to your poor brother, right? Or poor sister, you can give zakat to them. You cannot give zakat to something which is not a person. Okay, a person means there has to be a human being who can own it. You give it in the ownership of a person. So look, like for example, you give zakat to the masjid. So where is the person? Person is not there. You know, like suppose there are 10 poor people, real needy, and you give them zakat. When you give them zakat to the 10 poor people, they don't have a place to pray. They don't have a masjid. So the 10 poor people who received the zakat, they say, forget about food, we want to build the masjid. They can do whatever they want to do. You give to the 10 poor people zakat because they were needy, they are real poor. Now they collected their own zakat money that you give them, they want to build masjid, they can do whatever they want. Once you give zakat to the poor person, so he can do anything he wants. Like for example, a poor person, just for the sake of argument, he is buying cigarette with his money. I'm just giving you an example. He shouldn't. Right? So your zakat is still good. Okay? He can do anything. There is no restriction on the poor person. That since you received this money in zakat, so you have to do this thing, this halal, this is makruh, this haram. He can do whatever he wants to do. Your zakat, this is his own business. But your zakat not going to be affected. Right? So now in the context of this ayah, that the munafiqeen was questioning the taqseem, the distribution of zakat at the hand of the Prophet ﷺ. So Allah revealed zabita, a big rule and regulation, and this ayah 100% explain the masarif, the expenditures of zakat that you, who should you give your zakat to. So in this ayah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned 8 masarif. How many? You can give zakat to one of the 8 people. Okay, we will go one by one in detail. It will take us several days. But today I am just giving you a preview of the whole thing. Okay, so which one are the 8? You can start counting. The first one, look, innama sadaqatu, the charities lil fuqara'i, is for the faqir, wal masakini, and the needy. Now there will be we will explain inshallah tomorrow that what is the difference between faqir and miskin. Okay, they look like the same, but they are not the same. Okay, so you should give zakat to faqir or a miskin. Okay, 2. Number 3, wal-amilina alayha, zakat collector, the one who do amal. Okay, so look, faqir is poor and miskin is also poor, and collector does not have to be poor. He is a rich person. He is a big boss, administrator of the whole county of zakat. Okay, he has nice car, big house, but per hour you pay him, so you can give zakat from you can give his salary from the zakat. Okay, out of the 8, some are not supposed to be poor, but you can still give them zakat. Like one is this one, the collector. Okay, and wal mu'allafati qulubuhum. Okay, mu'allafa, the word mu'allafa is from like allafa yu'allifu ta'lif. Ta'lif means compiling, bringing together. Okay, bringing together. This is called ta'lif. Like for example, you compile the material and compile a book. So this is called what? Ta'lif. And you are mu'allif of the book because you compiled it, you brought together. So mu'allafatul qulub means you bring their heart together, close to you. You win their heart. Okay? So that will be like who? Mu'allafatul qulub is the non-Muslim who are inclined toward Islam. Okay? Or the new Muslim that you want to make them stable on Islam, and they don't have to be poor. Okay, so look, this is if a new Muslim is poor, he is already covered in what? Faqir and miskin. Right? Okay, so this is wal mu'allaf. We will discuss about it. The 5th one, wafir riqabi, that to free the slave. Okay, a slave, whatever you give, there is no slavery anymore. But whatever you give to the slave, it becomes the ownership of the master. A slave by definition cannot own anything. So when you give zakat to him, it becomes the owner property, the master. So wafir riqab, then the ulama has explanation, we will discuss it inshallah in detail, that there is a slave that the master told him that if you give me $5,000 so you are free, you can go and work and earn that money. That kind of slave is called mukatab. Mukatab. Okay, mukatab is that slave that the master has an agreement with him that you go and make money, he's given freedom of or earning, and then when you bring this much money, so mukatab you can give. This is what Imam Abu Hanifa rahimahullah say. Imam Malik say no, you can just go to the market and find Muslim slaves and make them free. That's fine. Okay, so we will discuss it inshallah. So this is what wafir riqabi. And remember, out of the 8, the first 4 are with the lamb, and the last 4 are with the fee. Okay, lam mean for. Like for example, you say li zaydin. Okay, li zaydin mean for zayd. And fi zayd mean inside zayd. So which one is more strong? Fi is more strong. You understand what I'm saying? So look, lil fuqara'i wal masakina means the same lam is going. Walil masakini walil amilina alayha walil mu'allafati qulubuhum. Lam go with it. Now lam finish. Then the next 4 start. And Allah say, wafir riqabi. Allah is not saying walir riqabi. Okay, which means that these four are more important than the first four. Okay? وَفِي الرِّقَابِ وَالْغَارِمِينَ. And then again Allah repeated fee with sabilillah. Although that one fee was enough for ataf. So Allah could have said, وَفِي الرِّقَابِ وَالْغَارِمِينَ وَسَبِيلِ اللَّهِ. But Allah repeated fee sabilillah again. Okay? وَابْنِ السَّبِيلِ يعني وَفِي ابْنِ السَّبِيلِ. Okay? So وَفِي الرِّقَابِ mean to free the slave. وَالْغَارِمِينَ mean the people who are in debt. They are under the loan. They have to pay. So this is again another one which can be rich. Like for example, a person, he is in debt, like a genuine debt, not like he bought a big house or a luxury car. His wife was sick and he borrowed $10,000 from somebody. So now he is in debt $10,000. Now he owns $9,000. He is short $1,000. So you can give him zakat. So potentially in the IRS and in the other rules and regulation, he is not poor because he owns $9,000. Okay, the tax people not going to tell him don't pay tax because they don't give any consideration to it. But in Islam, he is still poor. Although he owns $9,000, but because he has to pay $10,000. So this is again, okay, وَالْغَارِمِينَ. وَفِي سَبِيلِ اللَّهِ in the path of Allah. وَابْنِ السَّبِيلِ and to the traveler. 8. Okay, so now the point, inshallah, we will be discussing is that, look, if you can give zakat fi sabilillah, so everything is fi sabilillah. You buy grocery for your own family, so this is what? This is fi sabilillah, it is charity. Because the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ say that when you go buy milk, bread, sugar to your family, so it is what? It is sadaqah, it is charity, so it is fi sabilillah. Right? So you can give the zakat to yourself then. So fi sabilillah in the general meaning is very common. If in every good cause you can give zakat and it is not specified, so why Allah will say, will mention ayat? Allah could have just said innama sadaqatu fi sabilillah. And Allah started the discussion with innama. Innama is from hasar. What innama means? That only these 8 and now 9. Okay, innama is used for what? Confinement. That the reality is this and nothing else. So Allah started innama sadaqatu. That zakat has to be given to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and not 9. Keep it in that. So fi sabilillah mean what then? Masjid is fi sabilillah, but you cannot give zakat. So fi sabilillah, 99% of the mufassirin say fi sabilillah mean 2 people. One is a man that he was rich and he was supposed to do Hajj, but he was lazy. He didn't do Hajj. So Hajj is in his zimma. If he died, then he became poor again. But that Hajj is still in his neck. It is pending because the minute you become ghani, you're supposed to go for Hajj. You didn't go. You delayed your Hajj for 15 years. And now you don't have money. So you can give him zakat so that he can free his neck. Right? So one is that. The second is what? The one who do i'la'i kalimatullah, spreading the deen. Okay? Mujahideen. And they need resources. Because, okay, and they are poor. They don't have resources, so you can give it to them. So these are the only 2 explanations of what? Fi sabilillah. It is not an open blank check that anything you just put in what? Fi sabilillah, fi sabilillah, fi sabilillah. Right? Okay, so let me just translate the ayah one more time and then we will start the detailed discussion for tomorrow, inshallah. So, innama, the reality is the following and not else. This is the meaning of innama. As-sadaqatu, the zakat. Sadaqah, the word sadaqah is from sidq, which means you are true. Okay? And you are only doing it for the sake of Allah. للفقراء, for the poor, والمساكين and the needy, والعاملين عليها and the one who are employed to collect them, والمؤلفة قلوبهم and the one you want to win their heart, وفي الرقاب and to free the slaves, والغارمين and the people who are in debt, وفي سبيل الله and in the path of Allah, وابن السبيل and to the traveler, فريضة من الله, this is an obligation, a farz from Allah. Wallahu and Allah alimun is full of knowledge, Hakim full of wisdom, right? Okay, wa akhir da'wana, alhamdulillah.
आज वो कुछ चुनो फोन करने की। हाँ मुझे ताकत बोल।